Good morning, everybody out there in beautiful YouTube land. It's a beautiful morning up here at the Working Man's Restorations house. Sun's getting ready to come up. It's a little bit after 7 in the morning. And I just wanted to give you guys a good tour of my brand new 79 Chevy C10. I got to take them door decals off there and put my own on. She was an old shop truck for a shop around here. The old man owned it. He bought it in 1980 with like almost no miles on it. Bought it used. It doesn't have a front bumper on the front because he used to use it to push cars around the yard. So I have another bumper for it, and it's in the back, but it's a newer style. So I'm going to put it on for now. Everything, this truck is just really a for now truck. I don't know, I guess that's how I can explain it. I usually, well, you can see right there, I park the truck when I'm home on the weekends. I get home just about every weekend. I park my truck up there. But I don't know if you guys could tell or not, this is a pretty big hill. And in the middle of winter, I can't get up this sometimes. It's pretty difficult. That's an apple tree right there. So we get a lot of deer in our yard because I get the apple tree. There's my Minion right there. We're going to work on the coolant system this winter. There's the parts truck for the soon-to-be LS swapped Suburban. And so we got 4 squares. The 73s in the garage. So let me finish the walk around of this 79 C10. We got it home last night, and my both of my kids, my daughter, my 17-year-old daughter, she claimed that this is our truck to share. Well, I can't blame her. You know, it is a beautiful truck. So the plans for this truck, even though it is 2-wheel drive, it is going to be my winter vehicle up here. It's got a little bit of rust. I'm going to get that stuff off just so that it's not like a safety hazard, we'll say. I'm going to peel that off. And actually, I have some rocker panels inside, or I might just order some quick rocker panels. It's not worth messing with anything on there. Rocker panels are so cheap. In this cab corner, I'm not going to be able to do anything about it this winter. But I believe this is a beautiful, it's not original paint. It was repainted sometime along the way. But a lot of things I noticed about this truck when I bought it was the hood. The hinges have been well greased. This hood's never been folded. So, you know, late Chevys, we all know that them hoods fold in half real easy. So wonder if that's the original color in there. I was just looking at that. Yeah. Looks like this may have been just taped off around the emblem maybe. But I'm going to go through and get it a really good wash. I love washing cars. It's just so, like, therapeutic almost. But I plan on shining up the center caps, shining up the beauty rings, painting the wheels. One thing we're going to work on doing here at Working Man's Restorations is I want to do a lot of powder coating. So we're going to get an oven, you know, something off Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace or something that we can put in the garage. This is the roof. I'm gonna have to do something with that because up here with the salt and the rust, it will actually eat through. Windshield's good. Kind of hard to tell over the fog. But this is the interior. We got the nice diamond plate step right there. The rockers aren't that bad, and the cab corners aren't that bad for being up here in New York. But these doors are pretty well been reworked several times, and they not doing too well. So some of my options, we even got manual crank windows. These are pretty easy just to buy new ones. I'll probably just buy a new one. And usually I end up going through painting everything black. I kind of like going through and dyeing everything black, but I might want to keep this one pretty original to be the old girl here. So the only crack we got one crack on the dash. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to find out the best product I can use to, I'm going to put a cover over it and try to find the best product I can use to keep that smooth and soft. She does have a little bit of a squeal on the alternator, but here's a good cold start. 2 pump on the pedal. Hit the key. Not much of an eventful cold start. Because she fires right up. Pop the hood so when I walk through. And she's beautiful. She's got this old man grumble style class to her. You know, all the trims on it still. Just a single exhaust. Nothing fancy. Nothing crazy. I do plan on I might try to get some 31s, but they might just be 235s for now to get me through the winter. And this being the worst side, what I'm thinking I might do. Which one was it? No, we'll see. This is all loose here, so that's going to make all that wiggle and crack. What I might do is they make good panels to just fix this rust right here. And I can fix the door pretty easily. They make patches for that, and the rocker panels and cab corners. And this is why I don't like the trim. The salt and dirt and everything gets behind here and rusts that out. I need to catch that before it gets much worse, which will be in the spring. I really can't do much for it now. I love the old man tow mirrors. I just love them on here. It's got the trim around the back of the cab. Slider window. I mean, that almost sells the guy right there. I got to put that air cleaner back on because I don't like the one that's on there now. I don't know what that alternator's for. But this does have a wood bed from the factory, I believe. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm going to make some panels for these patches or if they sell them or not. But I am going to keep the wood floor in here. Not this one because it's bowed up pretty bad. But it looks like I might be able to buy those in pieces maybe. I got to check around to see if anybody remanufactures those or we'll have to go custom. Because this one here doesn't look that hard to actually try to recreate. Anything's recreatable. It's just metal and wood. So, you know, probably I'll see if they make a bed kit for this. If not, I might try to get my own done. But this is going to be absolutely beautiful to have this wood bed polished up. That's the bumper, but it's the newer style. Tailgate works. Everything works. It's functional. The back brake line was replaced. There was a bunch of stuff replaced underneath, and it does have dual tanks, and they functioning dual tanks. But she's got that nice little rumble grumble there. I like it. It's nothing crazy, but I got to figure out these tabs here. There's a tab that goes back there that holds all this back on. So this side's pretty good, but let's see if it was this. I think it's this one right here. See that whole bedside moves. So I got to get a bracket back in there because the bracket rusted off. But this side's not that bad if I can get to it now. And just clean it up. This is never going to be a show truck. This is my parts runner, my winter beater. It's just you know, not really going to be much of a show truck. I say that right now, and if anybody knows me, we're going to end up doing way more than we planned, but looks like we're only missing one center cap. I gotta get that mud flap back on there. I was watching that in the mirror last night, actually. But doors work good, everything works good. I got the door panel. I think I put it in the garage last night. It was in the bed, and I didn't want it to fly out when we towed it. And then when we got home, we went for a cruise around the block, and I didn't want it to get bad. So, but carpet's nice. This will vacuum up real nice. Clean up. Got to put some good floor mats in it. It's just pretty neat. It's real kind of got a real good old school feel to it. I just love it. So he had some other doors. Only problem was they're definitely not a match to this. So I thought about putting the old doors on and going with it. But what I might do, this is the thing I got to get figured out. I might do away with the blue on the bottom and just paint from the body line down, because everything up top is good. See, we got a scratch here, but that's, it is what it is. It's just all part of the truck. So I'm thinking not trying to recreate the blue unless I could find that blue. But then it wouldn't look right because it wouldn't match. So I'm thinking of just painting the whole bottom of the truck white. And I don't really care for the extra. I like a 73 style bezel. I might do that. Let me get the hood popped here, show you under the hood. That's that air cleaner. I'll get a better air cleaner for it. But everything looks real good under here. It's got an oil leak, I can smell it. It's got a valve cover leak. Right there. Man, she gets heat nice. That's nice, good heat. But the alternators at the last notch, there's no more adjustment for the alternator. Firewall looks real clean. Fender wells are easy. I'm probably just going to replace those. You can tell an old school guy owned this. Ground to the motor, ground to the chassis. We were told that it has a coolant leak, but I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, I could smell that coolant leak, or that oil leak. Let's see if she'll kick down just a little bit. I forgot to check if the choke was hooked up. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Just a nice little rumble, and she sits pretty level. Oh yeah, that's level. No need to mess with the suspension any on that. And because we do, you know, I got yard work. I got motors I put out in there. I got, you know, yard work to do here and there and everywhere. So with all the yard work I do around here, I can't really lower it. I still need it to be a truck. And it's just a beautiful ride. Both my kids and my wife, but my kids fell in love with it last night. Both of them said they're going to take it from me. Dakota and Caitlin, I'm hiding my keys. We're going to go through and, you know, we'll clean up the old bumper. We'll polish that up. We'll polish up all the stainless around it. Clean it up real good, but I really like it. You know, $1,000, actually $1,100 truck is exciting to me. You know, we can go through, polish up all that stainless trim, that real trim. You know, that real it's a real truck. Find that center cap, polish up all the beauty rings, wash it, put some good snow tires on it for the winter. Look at that, we even got the spare tire underneath there, if you can see that. But that bumper will polish out real nice, I guess. So it was taken out of the garage back in April, I guess. It was sitting for 20 years. So let's see if that makes sense. It's 2019, so oh, I can't think this morning. 99. So I guess it was basically parked somewhere around 99. So it drove for 20 years out on the road. Makes sense. Oh, the heat works good in here. All the levers and everything move and work. The only thing that don't work, which is probably not hooked up, is the old Alpine. Let the Alpine play. But gauges work. But they don't even work in my 84. Well, my voltage gauge works. Oil pressure gauge is a little bouncy. 100 mile per hour speedometer. Temperature gauge works. Fuel gauge works, and the switch works. So I don't know what that is up there. Left and right. I don't know why they wrote that on there. Left and right. It says it right there. That's weird. But I gotta see if the cigarette lighter works, you know, for the charging of the cell phones. The ashtray's out of it, but we got an ashtray laying around somewhere. In the old Chevy. We even got the owner's manual with it. Yeah, we were driving down the road last night, and the glove box popped right open. Scared the heck out of us. But this is it. This is my 79 C10. Pretty much what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to get belts, probably hoses, change the oil, crawl underneath, check how the transmission fluid is. I'm going to install the two brand new transmission lines that came with it. Get a shifter knob. And put new tires on it. Other than that, it was pretty much gone through when they registered it in April. So everything was pretty much gone through. So really all I got to do, spark plugs and wires were already done. So I'm going to change belts and hoses because it will be -10, -20 degrees when I take this old girl out for driving around this week, this winter. So I got to make sure she's ready to go. I don't know if I'll do an alternator. They're easy enough to swap out a little bit later, so I'm probably just going to drive it now and keep an eye on it, see how good we do, and go from there. So that's it. Walk around in my 79 C10 Chevy pickup. We got her home last night and absolutely loving her. So this video got too long. I'm not going to do a test drive with it because we're getting ready to leave on our weekend getaway, so celebrate our 24th wedding anniversary. So that's it. If you like the content, like it. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. That way I know what you guys like and what you don't like. Comment, tell me stuff. Do you like the truck? Do you think it's an old piece of junk? Do you love it? Comment. Share it to your friends, share it to your buddies, watch it with your family. I'm trying to keep all my videos family friendly. I'd love to know that a family comes home and watches my videos together. That's what me and my family do with a lot of YouTube channels. And if you like my content, subscribe to my channel. Hit that little bell button so that you can get all the notifications. I got a lot going on around here. I don't get to get as much content done as I'd like to. Sometimes, I got a watershed to replace here pretty soon that fell down over the last winter. So I got to rebuild my watershed. I got to finish scraping my windows from when we repainted our garage doors. I got to paint my trim around the house. I got to paint the gray. I got a lot of work to do around here. So I don't get to get as much of the content out as I'd like to, but I'm working on it. Trying to get all that figured out for you guys. So well, that's it. 22 minutes, a little bit longer than I was hoping for, but hopefully you guys watch it to the end. And the motto for me that's coming to be is do the right thing. That's different for everybody. For me, you, for everybody. Do the right thing. At the end of the day, you'll feel a lot better person. But that right thing is different for you, it's different for me, it's different for everybody. So only you can describe what the right thing for you is. So that's it. Gotta go. Bye.